faith and belief will only come out when you have stepped out of your comfort zone. I mean, faith and belief will only take you to start a step in the right direction. And by the way, once you have gotten it started in the right direction, nobody can catch you. If they are going to catch you, they have got to use a lot of energy and force to get you where you are. So get started where you are and just get in the right direction. I mean, it took the 10 lepers who wanted healing from Jesus Christ to start walking to the priest when God had instructed them to do so. Jesus told them, walk to the priest. But they knew also that leprosy was also contagious, and you cannot identify yourself with the people because you still had leprosy. But it took a bit of faith and to believe that what God has said is going to come through. And so it needs you to take out yourself from the comfort zone, right where you have found yourself. Start walking in the right direction. I mean, it took 5 loaves and 2 fish to feed multitudes of people. You know, Jesus had to call for people to bring it out, what you have, and then they can use that. And it took him to as well tell the people to put a lot of water in the pot so that it could make wine. I mean, it has to take that kind of faith and belief to make sure that things will come through. Think about the widow who had only little oil in her jar. Elijah told her, go out and get many baskets, many containers which are free, and then bring them up. It did not take her to question why and how and who is going to do it for. But it took that faith to go and look out for the containers, even if she knew she did not have anything. And the 2 boys were about to be taken to go to work as slaves. But it took her that faith to go and get those empty containers and be sure they were all filled up. And the small jar will never run dry out of oil to fill up until when all those containers were filled to the brim. It took Joshua a bit of faith to move through, even when the other generations had spent 40 years in the desert wandering around. It took them to have the faith to move and to go through the Jordan River, even if it was far and wide and it was flooding. But I tell you, when God has made something that is going to happen and it's going to work out, it needs that faith to start rising up, to put the priest in front, to walk until when they touch the water, then be sure the dry ground went on the other side, and they moved on dry ground and they reached their destiny, what God had planned for them.